Good evening. We are back once again. We're taking a look at Frostmare TV, the scariest videos caught at night. A quick video. Sorry I haven't been here for 3 days. Timing has been terrible. We're gonna make this quick because I prefer to be in bed around 8, and this is gonna carry a little after 8. It's the school night, so I have to be very picky about my bedtime. So, didn't want that. Okay. Didn't know if it was off for a second. Let's go. I need a drink already. My nightly milk.
Documenting some really unusual activity in his new house. He had just moved in recently, and ever since had trouble sleeping at night. Seeing shadows and weird apparitions was nothing new for him. That's why he started recording these incidents now.
What do we got here?
The tone of his voice clearly indicates that he was freaked out a little bit.
Yeah, really. What? I missed it. Oh, the back moved.
Besides this item being moved up there, however, there was something even more terrifying.
Oh! Oh, I've seen this one. Yep, right in there. I've seen that one like twice already. That surprised me again, though.
A shadow apparition that was standing in one of the other rooms, and he didn't see it. That makes this even more creepy. Was it maybe the reason for all this ghostly activity? Or was it just visiting him that night?
Starting off with a bang.
Certainly really terrifying if you think about it.
Yeah, you could say that.
Houses after this is unknown. This capture
The
was
Creeper.
shared by Pasillo and was forwarded to him by a viewer. They told him that they took a snapshot that night of the uploader's
nuts.
wife and their grandmother, who passed away shortly after taking it. Eventually, they went through the
After taking what? Hold on. Wait a minute.
grandmother, who told him that they took a snapshot that night of the uploader's wife and their grandmother, who passed away shortly after taking it. Eventually, they
Please don't
went
tell me
through
that's
the
related to
pictures.
taking
The
that
fact
snapshot
that
or
this was
photo or
one of
whatever
the
it
very
said.
last pictures of their grandma made it just so much more eerie. They saw somebody else in the back that wasn't there at the time and that nobody could recognize.
Oh, it's another one of these, isn't it? What do we got? Oh, you That is
It looks like a
That is
sinister
ridiculous.
laughing apparition.
You're trying to tell me that that's the
Related to
grandma?
Grandma's passing is not very likely, but it still begs the question why exactly this thing was captured on tape, though.
Oh, stop with the bloody semicircle mouth. Oh my god.
The following incident has been shared
That is
by
not their
Bernard
grandma.
Aminoff. He states that
No.
something really strange happened.
If my grandma ever
This
looked
was
like that,
staying at his sister's house.
I wouldn't be
He
living in
wrote,
the same
"The
house
craziest thing just
ever."
happened to me. Woke up at around 3
that she
a.m.
was.
from an annoying lamplight. This was filmed on an iPhone X.
Which
No
in my
other light
case, by the way,
sources
would
were
have been
turned on in the room.
extreme because my
This is the
grandmother lived
reflection
with me.
That was so surreal and weird.
Milo's rewards credit card saves us 5% on the things we need.
As loyalty members, we get points toward Milo's money for the things we want.
It is really odd how this table light seems to be turned on in the mirror's reflection.
Oh, I didn't even notice that part.
Could this be happening in another
That's
dimension
weird.
at this time? Some people speculate this to be the case. For reference, he took 2 pictures in the morning.
And there's something about your mirror that's
And he filmed again
probably
the
haunted.
following evening.
It's off now. Everything normal.
No strangeness seemed to be unfolding this time. However, somebody noticed that something else was with him the night prior. Something that was sitting under the desk.
Oh, please. I saw something, but I don't know what it is. Oh, it's a face.
Could this be an entity? People say it
It's
almost looks a bit demonic.
It's a face.
Whatever it was.
Oh, I see how this is going. I'm gonna have
What do
faces
you think
again.
happened here that night?
I had that last time.
Certainly a night to remember for him.
How many faces are we going to see, people?
The
Jeez.
chilling video was shared by a young woman named Poopa who found herself home alone.
You could say that name's the pronunciation there, a bit of an understatement.
Poopa lounging on the couch.
She really
However,
typed the letters on that one.
is abruptly shattered as she becomes aware of a lurking presence within her own house.
What? Are you talking about this? This? If that's a shadow figure, and it's staring right at this person, I can't tell. It's just a blob of black, but usually that's what shadow figures look like. But I don't. It's hard to tell if it really is at that angle.
In the lit corner of the room, she started to see what appears to be an immobile figure standing eerily still.
So it is. That is the shadow.
That someone is watching her intently. Initially taken aback.
That is freaky, though. She's looking right at it.
Mischievous friend, or even her boyfriend, playing a prank.
But it's totally motionless.
Abruptly cuts off at a critical moment, leaving viewers to ponder the unsettling events.
Okay, that's not good.
Remains a mystery, as
It's
has refrained
one of
from
those
delving into the
videos
details
that's
of that fateful night. And the following
that's not
videos.
that we don't know what happened in the end. God, those mysterious ones always get me.
In 2019,
Always keeps me wondering what happened. In fact, I'm never gonna find out. It's
catches
ridiculous.
ominous shadow apparitions. His friends and family can see them too, and apparently the building they're living in is really old. Tonight he has a friend over, and he lets him in on all the weird things taking place.
Amber
As
proteins.
fate will have it, it appears that he can capture one of these shadows on tape.
Why do I feel like this video is gonna freak me out? There's gonna be some sort of peeker, isn't there? Shadow figure peeking. Okay, so I saw a blob-looking shadow, but not a shadow figure. It's just crossed in front.
It really looks interesting.
Well, that was a weak one. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't call that impressive. Just a random shadow.
Surveillance footage
Not even really that easy to see.
that one night his uncle saw 2 men appearing out of nowhere right outside their property.
That video could have been anything, to be honest.
To get outside,
Yeah, it wasn't a very
that this
clear one.
property was out of limits for them. What was a bit strange though is the fact that these
Probably
men
not
did
legit.
not move once after
Anyway.
they had appeared, and they could only be seen
It's
for
probably
certain
just people,
moments
someone seeing things,
before they were gone again.
thinking that shadow was
Strange. Let's take a look.
something paranormal. It was probably just a random. It was just a shadow of something. I take it those two are not supposed to be there?
And this is the moment when his uncle is talking to these two
Oh,
guys.
he sees
But
them.
they don't react, which is really odd.
They almost look like they're there, but they're not there. I know it would be weird if... Oh, okay, well, they're gone now. But they were just
It
in
looks
that
like there's two
motionless
heads
state,
then, doesn't it?
as
But
if they were
that's
really,
irrational.
as if they were there,
What
but if they were not there at the same time.
else could that be?
Like it's living in the shadows right there.
To say that it just could be some regular shadows, but where would that light come from? And it's pretty suspicious that they would disappear.
Exactly, I was
The
just gonna
flashlight
say.
hits them.
They disappear
What's
as
your
the car lights
explanation
come on.
for that?
There isn't one. Usually when it comes to things disappearing and there's no visible cuts, like that, the lights gradually came on. No skip of like no skip of light.
User has shared the
I don't see any
statement.
cuts there.
My friend sent me this
And
last
usually
night.
that's pretty
This is
legit.
his house, and when he wasn't home, he got a notification that his camera picked up movement.
This misty thing?
Once he watched it back
This
and
blurry
saw
blob?
this, he was shook and asked me what my opinion was. Any thoughts? Looks clear as day to me.
Yeah, the thing in the middle. Or is that just a problem with the lens? Oh no, that's not a human. That's a shadow. That's an apparition.
On first glance, one could think that the owner himself is walking through the frame here.
Yeah, that's exactly what I
This
thought.
wasn't the case apparently. His friend had some really odd encounters in his apartment in the past.
That's a ghost.
Nothing that would ever prove that paranormal activity is unfolding in there. So
We just caught a
his
ghosty.
camera maybe capture an intruder that night.
And what's with the
Probably a
camera?
paranormal
It's
incident.
blurring, like almost entirely blurring right now. I literally thought that was just the owner.
The following video
Last
was
time I saw a
shared by
ghost boy, it was
Pasillo
ridiculous.
Infinito, and it features a not further known paranormal enthusiast that is experiencing some really odd activity in his home. Tonight in particular, a lot of stuff seemed to be happening around his closet, and this was when he captured the following.
Have I seen this one before? Oh yeah, I've seen that one before. I remember the face being shown in the thermal imagery. It's a face. Again.
What the? Some say that he captured the spirit of a boy here. Could this be possible?
I've seen that one.
It's really weird though, since the temperature seemed to drop and rise whenever he was pointing towards this being. Do you
Well,
think
yeah,
this
it doesn't
man's
have
being haunted
the
by
warmth of a
lost
human.
soul?
It's a bloody ghost. Those things are not hot like us. No 98.6 there.
Or is it just a hoax after all?
I mean, maybe a tad bit on the
Thank
warm
you guys so
side,
much
but...
for watching.
Wait, what?
Thank you guys so much for watching.
Why did you say that? The video's not even half over. Huh. Oh, because he's going to throw us an advertisement. Yeah, stop lagging and let me skip. Thank you.
The next clip comes to us from
Oh.
Clip Hunt 2.
This is
who
gonna
an
freak
alleged
me
ghost
out.
hunter and who was out the following night to
This is
hunt
gonna
for the
freak
spirit
me the
of
hell out.
Therese Kuntilanak. Apparently, this being was seen several times in the past when roaming around close to an abandoned building in the
Oh.
outskirts of town.
My boots
After
are
a few hours, he caught the following.
in the wrong spot. Supposed to be over there. Not behind me. Right there. Why do I feel like we're gonna see something? Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh my. No, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Guys, We have found the ring. And I hate it. I hate it.
He stated that he didn't notice this woman in the distance, just standing there with her hair down.
That is horrible. That is horrible. That is the most creepiest image of something like that I have ever seen. I am freaking out right now. I don't know what we're about to see. If it pops up right in front of the bloody camera. It's in the doorway again. If it just suddenly shows up in front of it, I am literally ready to hit ceiling. Like, with the top of my head. Like, I feel like I am going to go flying. Just stay in your corner. Just stay in your corner.
He caught this woman 3 times this night, but commented that he only saw her in the last capture. He returned home shortly after.
It's horrible!
What exactly did he capture you this night?
Oh my god, what is wrong with your...
From another realm, or was it just a confused woman?
That! You calling that a human? That is no. That is the... No. That is far from a human. I just bit my cheek. Freaking out. Oh my fuck.
One of the latest terrifying captures was featuring
What was that?
a strange hand that seemingly belonged to nobody.
Man, what was going on here? Who? Is that a hand? Oh, you...
What kind of hand is that?
Nope, the past 5 minutes have been terrible.
That this might be the
Oh,
hand of a demon, since this does not look human to them. But who can say for sure? It is really creepy
Please.
without a doubt, and I
Please
guess
give
we'll
me a...
never fully know how exactly this unfolded.
I need help. I need help.
Taking a look at another news station video. In this case, it was shared by news channel.
I need to get some pure protein back because I think I lost some.
Sam Hessler doing live
Just
shows
from that.
during the morning news from the Green Ridge Cemetery in Saratoga County.
That comment wasn't supposed to make sense, by the way.
Informing their viewers
Before people
about
start
the so-called
squinting or...
spooky Twilight tours. The viewer reached out to Sam
Or thinking
afterwards
that
and
it
told
doesn't
her
make sense.
that
Kids
there
not
was
supposed to.
something behind her to the left side of the screen.
As you can see behind me here, we have a few gravestones, but what you can't see because it's dark out, and as you can see behind me here, we...
Okay, so a faint apparition just like went across that side. Yeah, nothing too crazy. Pretty normal stuff for... cemeteries. The
To some,
like
this looks like a
probably like
spooky
95% of cemeteries in this world are probably haunted. So
Could they be onto
I'm
something?
not surprised.
Some residual energy.
Now, if we start seeing some figures, then I'm going to be a lot more concerned.
There were no moving lights at the scene, and even traffic lights seemed very unlikely.
Yeah, I didn't bite my cheek too hard, but
So,
I might
what was
graze a
it
tad. I think I might have grazed a tad bit of some of the skin. Just the skin, that's it. I didn't like pull my cheek in to the point where, you know, I'm gonna bite on it for the next month. It's not like that.
Holy freak!
Whoa! Okay, well, I don't want to watch that. I don't want to watch people fall into their bloody deaths. I feel like I've seen this one before.
clip, and it says that the man in the video has captured a really ominous shadow figure in front of his window. This made him feel quite
Oh, that's...
which is pretty
Is he inside the house, or is he inside, recording from inside or outside? Okay, no, I haven't seen this one, never mind. Because he's inside, the one I remember is from outside.
It appears that whenever he gets closer to the window, the shadow just vanishes. Maybe it's a reflection, which is stemming from somewhere else.
Olha, Adriano. Faz tempo que eu tô vendo essa sombra ali. Oh,
The man stated it was a pretty unique incident, though. What do you think?
aí eu vou lá e não tem nada.
Haunted house.
This video was shared by Caxlin01, who tells us that after moving into what he describes
Ghost.
as one of the most haunted houses he ever experienced, things started to fall apart rather quickly. The man shared lots of poltergeist encounters with his viewers, but at a certain point he was sure that the spirit of a little child liked to manifest ever so often to scare him even more. The reasons are unknown. This was one of the latest recordings that he shared with his viewers.
A young child? Why do I feel like this is gonna freak me out as well? Whenever it comes to these young child ones, it's... Oh, you... No! That was something like something straight out of Insidious.
Seeing the spirit here, it
That was
almost
something
seems
straight out of
perfect in
Insidious.
my opinion. It makes me think of the works of a similar channel. But who knows? I wasn't there after all.
It looks like something out of Insidious. Where that kid runs out of the closet. That ghost kid.
Horrifying is another video which was uploaded by a Reddit user to the paranormal section. He found something really odd unfolding in one of the latest episodes of the show American Pickers. He states, I noticed something really odd in season 22, episode 12. The team is scavenging through an unused building, and there appears to be a figure which you can barely see in the original episode. It's much clearer on my
I don't see a bloody
recording,
thing.
though. It
All I
looks
see
like
is
a ghost
blurry image.
walking on the right side of the screen.
I can't even make out where that is. If it's even outdoors or indoors. Like, is this... Are you talking about that thing? There is something out there. I can't tell if though if that's even indoors or outdoors. Like, is this a hallway? Or is this in between two houses? And it looks like it's Christmas time, because that might be an ornament. Like, or an ornament-shaped pillow. I don't know what that is, though. Whatever that is, that probably is something. Hey! There's a figure there.
Mohammed has uploaded the following video, which turned out to be quite interesting. He works construction and states that he had seen quite a few strange things over the past years.
By any chance have I seen this? Nope, no, because I've seen lots of construction ones.
A new construction site close to an old mine when he noticed something unusual in the distance.
You mean that? Was that little blob a figure? That thing? Yeah, it's moving. We got a shadow dude.
We can clearly see a terrifying shadow figure walking by. Mohammed states
That is
the
eerie. That is very
wasn't a
eerie.
colleague of his, or a person related to the construction site in any way. He also mentions that this entity is not the only one appearing near the mine. They claim to have witnessed a floating woman that made horrifying crying noises. Pretty strange to say the least. I have no
Okay,
idea
that's a
what's
whole new
going on
level.
here. Perhaps it is a shadow being that was captured here.
I'd say so. That's what I said.
This video was shared by Channel the
Nice cat.
and he tells us that he thinks he's living in a pretty haunted house.
Got quieter for a
and
minute.
even his animals are reacting to all the activity. This particular night, it got so bad that the following unfolded. Let's take a look.
July 8, 2022.
What? What are you going in there?
Cat sensing something.
Well, we know that animals always know when something's up.
Oh!
It's time to wake people
What
up
are you
to
doing
this
in my
mystery
shower?
And also our deeper connection to something beyond.
Nice UFO.
What? Was that
What are you doing in my shower, man? Get out of my shower. Okay, imagine checking your bathroom, you hear a noise, and you bloody see that in your bathtub. That. In your bathtub. You're just having a casual day. You hear something. You do what everybody else would do in your shoes. You investigate the sound. Normally, you would expect to figure out it's nothing, or whoever you're with, maybe them is in there doing God knows what, and it's not them. It's this bloody thing.
see it?
Almost seems child-shaped. Like sized, I mean. Child-sized. But it has no features. It's just this
I don't understand, guys.
oval.
He goes
This
into the
very
bathroom, sees that the
long
light
oval-shaped
I
thing.
suppose. And then he turns it off, and then it turns on again, and then that thing appears. So I don't know. how they
I
achieve
can't
this.
discern a head. I feel like I can
Gambling with the
see feet maybe right there, but that's
the
it.
result of that.
I can't see arms.
Terrifying.
It's just a blob.
The next video was shared by a couple of parents who noticed that something quite mysterious was captured on the recording of their baby camera. They didn't notice it at first, but at
Baby
some
cams
point
again.
were basically
Sometimes they can
forced
be
to
these can be a
acknowledge
lot.
that something wasn't quite normal. A strange white object appeared right next to the crib in which their little toddler was sleeping.
I think I've seen this one. So are we gonna see like a sock be offered by the kid?
Thought it might have been a bug at first, but in the end weren't quite sure if maybe something else was going on here. Does it look like a bug to you?
No. Excuse me.
Father
It doesn't.
said that it might have been one of the deceased grandparents.
That'd have to
who
be a
was
pretty
visiting
big
the
bug.
kid and maybe leaning into the picture
It looks like an arm.
with the grandkid. Is this possible?
I don't think I've seen this one before. I've seen so many baby cam stuff, so a lot of them blend together in my brain.
Or was it something different?
I am still messed up by the last, like those other three we saw. The bloody
Case was
faces
featured
and
by Breakman.
the ring.
Uploader, Luis Rojas Gonzalez, told them that their security camera, which is mounted outside of their home in Lima, Peru, had
Guess
started
this one was
recording
dancing
very late in
something,
the
dancing
night
woman.
after motion had been detected from the neighboring road. What was really strange, though, is that the camera kept recording for almost an hour, as an inexplicable object seemed to be triggering the security system constantly. BRKMN?
No idea what that's there for, but what is
The man
that?
states that he doesn't believe this to be an insect on the lens. They had
That
captured
is
those
not
in
an
the
insect,
past,
you're right.
And they looked completely different.
What's with the BRKMN? I don't know what that is.
So the man was
that just
quite
the watermark
concerned
of their
that this could actually
company?
have been a paranormal incident.
Just
The
saying,
object
just marking
also
that it's
seems to be throwing a shadow on the screen
that
at
it's a
times,
security camera for BRKMN. Maybe that's the name of their
making it
company.
even less likely
Or the
for them
acronym,
to
I should
think
say.
that this was just a fly.
It looks like as if you would see.
Think about
It looks
a child
like
you love.
if you could see
Now imagine
like
not knowing
a
when
ghost
or how you're
in
going
a
to
dress but the ghost is invisible and the dress is visible, as if it's wearing like a dress.
In the
That's
end,
what
we
it
can
looks
only
like to me.
speculate what exactly transpired here that night.
It's just dancing. It's in a dress. It's a female ghost in a dress, but all we can see is a dress. It's dancing.
Very curious.
Gotta get on. Gotta put on some music for that one.
This video was captured and
Oh, I've
uploaded
seen
by
this
Eddie
one.
Ramirez, who was parked at a truck
This
stop
is a
on
sound. This is
Highway
one about
97
sounds.
one night.
You gotta
The
listen to
stop
this.
is located right next to a big forest area, and it shouldn't surprise anybody that legends speak of the mysterious Bigfoot creature.
Ugh, man, I am pooped.
Sometimes even
I am ready for bed.
as he is
It's almost
making it
done.
through the bushes and trees
3
down
minutes
there.
exactly.
After parking his truck,
So
Danny
listen to
noticed
this.
some pretty loud noises, only moments before
Listen
starting
closely.
this recording. And then the following unfolded.
Tune the background out of focus and listen to the woods,
I hear stuff out here.
because the
We're
background is
on the
loud.
side on the west side. And I don't know.
You hear it?
There's absolute
That would terrify me if I was out there. That looks like. I know I've seen this, but that guy, I wasn't expecting that. Like, what makes that sound? What makes it? What can yell so loudly or roar?
Some people commented, stating that this perhaps was just a wolf or a bear, but for Danny it is pretty unlikely that this was just an ordinary animal. It's quite hard to say what really had caused this
No,
noise.
that is not a big a wolf or a bear. They are not that loud. They're not as loud as that.
The comments.
That like echoed across like everything.
It's quite the strange
Bigfoot,
and
probably.
obviously a bit older. It is said that a group of friends went to a supposed
I don't know much about Bigfoots, but if I were to put something on that noise to something, it would probably be a Bigfoot.
creature that is stalking these parts of the woods. And some
I'm gonna
people
freak
swear
out,
to
aren't I?
have seen it. The group arrived at this abandoned place in the hopes to capture it on video.
The quality of the video is so bad, I feel like there's gonna be something ridiculous. When the quality is bad, often the images are terrifying. There's gonna be something. What? I didn't see a thing.
I mean, it is certainly
Oh, jeez!
exactly they came across here, I find. Some say that this thing reminds them of a vampire. Others believe this to have been a prank with some terrible makeup.
In with a bang. And out with a bang. Wow. Wow. That, guys, was a big one. This is coming up. Preview. This is coming up. I have all these things in a playlist, so forgot to turn off autoplay. Should probably do that. I'm gonna do that as soon as I click off here. But that, guys, was absolutely over the top. Probably one of the scariest videos I have seen in a while. And probably one of the scariest I've reviewed and reacted to in a while. So, kudos to Frostmare TV for finding some very scary clips for us to run into. I am surprised that I did not, like, scream in any of them. Oops. Wrong button. So, that's it for tonight. We'll be back again tomorrow night. What's tomorrow, right? Today's Monday, right? Yeah, we'll be back tomorrow night. About the same time. About the same time, like maybe 7:30, 7:45. And yeah, we'll do this one. I don't know when exactly, but this is a shorter video. If I have like not much time, like if I'm on later, if I don't have much time, this would be a good one to try out, seeing as it's only like 14.5 minutes. So we'll do this one, and we'll do this one especially if I have like a low amount of time. So we've got 5 other videos here that you can see, a little preview of what's to come for videos right there, and we will pick one for tomorrow, unless we have not a lot of time, then we will end up doing this. So until tomorrow night, have a good day, have a good night, enjoy. Bye bye.